Hello and welcome to my stream today, where I still have to put stuff on Twitter and I think like one other Discord. Very weird. Very, very weird. Hang on a minute. Let me quickly do this stuff. Do I post it in here? Loud. Am I loud? What is loud? Not so hello, green avocado. Hope you're doing okay. Like, I shouldn't be any louder than usual. Unless Windows has fucked with my settings again. Which is not impossible. But I am looking at my scale and everything, and it seems pretty normal. I'm not peaking or anything, I'm just usual volume. So let me just quickly switch to the correct scene. Hello. Hope you're doing okay today. I am in fact doing mostly okay. My feet hurt, but that's about it. And that's just because I was working today. Very sorry for taking a moment here. I did not expect the issues that... Like, it's not a big issue. It was a tiny, tiny problem that was fixed quickly. But I don't know how it even happened in the first place. Why do you have to be this way? I am not a fucking fanboy. I never will be. Just quickly turn this on. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to quickly load the campaign. Every time I click on this button and it says empty slots, I get very scared for a moment. Just for a short moment. I am very curious what we will do to the Italians today, because depending on how things will go... No background music, by the way. That's on me. I forgot to press a button. Thank you. I got a little bit... Yeah. Alright, we're also providing the British. I forgot about that. Yeah. We should probably be fine. This thing's not that big. It doesn't have many guns either. In comparison to what the Italians have. Like, those Italian battlecruisers, man. They're scary. Ding, 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 ding. Soviets. Britain. And Koreans. But, okay. Yeah, honestly, we probably should be fine. There's one British ship here. And I don't know why it's considered a British battle, because it's Russia, and then... Oh wait, they're all Korean. I see, okay. Well, we can start this off with a quick battle. Shouldn't be too hard. Some battle-hardened battleships on our side against some... Probably also very old and battle-hardened in quotations ships on the enemy side. But... yeah. Honestly, you're old. I forgot you are actually still in service. You're in fact so old I didn't even bother to upgrade you with radio echolocation. So let me just detach you from the division, turn you the other way, turn the Fritjof towards the enemy. These things are Mark III 14 inches, that's good. Saxony is gonna go towards that as well, and the DD was... what is going on there? Something has spotted the Fritjof. This thing is big. I think this is a Posen-class battleship, but I'm not quite sure. And we have lost one of these, if it is a Posen-class battleship. But it was before a bunch of tech upgrades. What do we have here? That's the enemy battlecruiser. Yikes. Immediately starting it off with a 5,000 damage slap that flooded it almost to death instantly. That ship has a gun on its gun. Yep. You can do that with some of the turrets. That thing by all means should already be sunk. With how it's listing. The Fritjof isn't even firing at the rear turrets yet. That was a very, very lucky hit right through the armor for the full penetration of the deck, I think, even. Now it's firing all of its guns. Here we have our modern destroyers, which are pretty neat, still. Not quite super duper firing, but, you know, good enough. I would much appreciate if you didn't fire at a heavy cruiser. It's a problem with Wi-Fi. Hello! Been pretty good. How have you been? Slow down a little bit. Into the aiming speed of a battleship here. We basically have absolute fire superiority here, despite the fact that we're outnumbered. For the moment, I'm just going to let them fire whatever they want to fire at. Now, these are still our old heavy cruisers, but they are upgraded with new guns, so they have better range and generally better gun performance, which is very good. Ooh, that was a 14-inch penetration on this cruiser. That was good damage. That was more 14-inch penetrations on that cruiser. Yikes. And there's more 14-inch penetrations. Hello, Terry. That ship is not having a good time. However, if I'm not careful, we are not going to have a good time in a moment. That cruiser is flooding very steadily. Need to quickly turn out here to not get too close to the Azov. Now the good thing is that we upgraded the armor on these things significantly, so our heavy cruisers are actually very sturdy. They're not the fastest, but they're not exactly slow either. And against the Russians, we are in absolute superiority here as well in terms of speed and armor. And probably also in firepower. Fire the Azov. That's probably the currently the only thing that's actually keeping us from doing what we want to do. So be the destination. That thing's been hit badly. Honestly, that this thing is still floating is impressive. %40 chance to hit at this distance. Minimal damage taken on the Saxony. Ooh, big hit. Big hit on the Azov. Suddenly, the smoke sets in. Oh well, fog sets in, not smoke. And it's gone. The good thing is we still have radio location, so we can follow them. It's just going to be very, very tedious. Good hits there. That was an 8-inch penetration. That flooded him. That might actually sink him as well. What's our torpedo range on these? 9.5 kilometers. That's actually fairly good. Yeah, don't we all fire at this guy real quick, eh? Because he is getting close, and I don't know the range of his weaponries. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that that's torpedoes on that ship. And we're steering right into them, so... well, into the range of the ship. 14-inch over penetration. The E-27 has been hit. But nothing too major. Good shots. The 40-inch gun's actually fairly accurate still. That was good hits. Very nice. Torpedo detonation, that's normal torpedoes on that ship. Very good. That light cruiser is going to go down. My main focus here, however, is not to sink these cruisers, though they are obviously in the way and we will sink them. I want that battle cruiser. That's a massive amount of victory points we can just get immediately. That's a 14-inch gunshot hit immediately. There was no pause for them. The battle cruiser is still firing at us. I think we just hit this one instead. Yep, we did. Ooh, 14-inch. Right through the main belts. It's gone. It has to be gone, right? It's gone. Both are gone. So now the radio location feature. Now it is still firing at us, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. And it can't exactly run away particularly quickly. Show me, friends. Where is it? Do you have radio on you? You have radio, for sure. I guess you don't. Oh no, wait, you do. The ship is also not that too far away from us, it's just that the fog is obscuring it so effectively that we can't really see it. Until now. It is still trying to build distance from us and sail away, and the thing is just, it's so heavily damaged, it can't exactly go fast. All three of his engines are still, in fact, out. So that's, very unfortunate for him. Because this is now a turkey shoot. And while we are ricocheting right now, that's not going to continue forever. Like, something will go through at some point. See, partial pen. That's a 14-inch. Keep on firing. Blast it out of the water. It's the last enemy left alive, and we will not suffer them to live. Another 442 damage. It was just a incendiary shell, so not too much damage done, actually. That was good, though. That was the flooding. That might actually be the end of it immediately. Because it did not have much floatability left. It's a very slow flooding, though. It might just have flooded the same compartment we flooded before. Switch your torpedoes to not aggressive, safe. If we have to make use of the torpedoes on our destroyer, we will. If we don't, then that's good. Because getting into torpedo range is usually very dangerous. That was a lot of damage. I think those high explosive shells as well. Nope, it's now gone. Structural damage. It's a flash fire. The ammunition exploded. There's nothing left. So that's 5,300 victory points, which is, you know, quite good against the British. You're back, you saw seeing the AI V2 below, it was amazing. Yeah, I've seen some videos of Nero. Yeah. It's one of those things that I can watch a few clips of, but I can't really watch for, like, the whole time. There isn't really many AI VTubers. Let's be honest here. Oof. Now this battle? What? What? Honestly, these ships kind of suck, armament-wise. Like, they have a lot of secondaries, but, the gun setup, too, 12.4 inches? What? Like, we have 11 inches, but we have a lot of them. This is going to be the first engagement of the Palm book in its newest incarnation, which is, spicy. However, there is 3 enemy battleships. And what I mean with spicy is the fact that we have now 2 triple turrets on board. Oh, wait. I should probably equalize speed here. Nah, come on. Why are you not letting me do this? I want to equalize speed here. There we go. The reason I want to equalize speed is I don't want either of them to run off on their own, basically. It would be very bad if that were to happen. Now, the enemy's within 5 kilometers now. The moment you start your stream, the clouds over here broke in the thunderstorm and it rained buckets, now the sun's back out. Well, clearly the weather was not happy about the fact that I somehow broke my audio systems. So, where are they? There they are. Oh shit, that's the battleships immediately. Are they not in range yet? 19 kilometers. Hang on. Does a heavy cruiser outrange our battleship? Oh my god, it does. Oh, that's hilarious. That is legit funny. So what do you look like? What the hell even... Like... Okay, they're even fighting on low fuel, so they're really slow. Both of you, please fire that one. I believe you promised me a ship. Did I? I mean, I might. What do you mean, though, with promised you a ship? Why is there an arrow in that direction? That's an 11.1 inch penetration. An immediate flooding. I think it was a while ago. It's possible. Possible. The question is, what exactly do you want me to... Like, do you want me to design a ship for you? I can only tell you that our production facilities currently are very much at their capacities. Will you let me make another ship for you? Ah. By the way, I have figured out a way to make the Jericho continue to work, which is very nice. Because there was a bit of a fear that I might have to retire it, but we did actually manage to upgrade it. Why are you switching targets? Honestly, I'm really not afraid of the battleships here. How is it that the Italians have basically the strongest ships that we've encountered so far? Like, what the fuck? That is wild. So at this point we're at like 10 kilometers distance. We can probably open up the angle a little bit more and use all of our guns. This thing is also extremely heavily armored, so we should mostly be fine. Like, we have upgraded the armor of the Parmor. They're made from the finest stromboli. Finally snorted the right kind of pepperoni. Wow. Focus fire on lead ship. The Benbow. This is the first proper British battleships we're fighting, and they're not very good. That was loud. You can make fun of your ancestors, right? I can make fun of your ancestors too. You might not appreciate it, but I'll do it anyway. Yeah, these enemy ships are not having a good time right now. He's turning though, so let's switch targets to the Temaire. Which, fun fact, the French can also have a ship that's called that. Fucking turncoats. Bombing their own fucking ships. Honestly, the improvement of firepower on the Palmburg was a good idea. This thing kind of fucks. Just the sheer volume of shells going out is ridiculous. The weight of a broadside is probably completely not. Turning out, switch targets. Ah yes, the explosive shells are flying now. You're in for a bad time. This is still the lead ship of a flagship of the Navy, basically. The Papenburg. That is how I'm handling it. Despite the fact that it's on convoy operations, with a single cruiser as its support. Okay, back to the Temaire. Yeah, the moment that we switch back to it, it's just penetration! And that's a battleship sunk. Fire the Goliath, because it's probably going to turn in towards us. Ooh, penetration. It's 2 AM, should I do an all-nighter tonight? I can't decide that for you. Do you need to work tomorrow is a question that is kind of important. I might have to increase the volume of my music here. Because I can barely hear it. So you can probably even hear it less. Yeah, these enemy battleships are not having a good time. The only problem is that the closer that gets, the more likely it is that they'll actually slap the Orion out of the water. And the funniest thing is that the Orion actually has is almost as well armored as these things. Arguably, in some terms, it's better armored, because the fore and aft belt is literally thicker than the battleships. That's battleship number 2. They are having a nightmare fuel fight here. Still vacation? Ah, I see. Decisive. They are currently fighting a ship that by all means should be outdated to the point of being pointless. But it's gotten such a big firepower upgrade that it's just fucking them up. There are so many 11-inch guns firing at them. Like, look at all these gun barrels just blasting. We have 12 guns on the ship. In a very weird and wacky setup. That's the third battleship sunk, and we've basically taken almost no return damage. That's the bedfall done as well. So, I guess it's just that destroyer left. And it's getting screwed as well. The moment it came out of the smoke, the secondaries just oh, it wasn't even the secondaries, it was the main guns. It was 11-inch main gun battery that just smacked the destroyer. Well, when I saw this fleet of the enemy, I expected a little bit different of an outcome. I didn't exactly expect to just get away with this in this hilarious a fashion. Can only call that return damage. You can just buff it out. That reminds me again of that image of a British heavy cruiser with the plane just perfectly silhouetted on the side after trying to ram it. Just get some buckets of water and wash it off. It's gonna be fine. Yes, I do want to end the war with Britain ASAP. I don't like being surrounded. However, we will sink your Hannibal. Probably. Considering what you're fighting, I think you might be slightly outclassed. It's another one of those. Oh no, wait, it's not. It has 4 double 11 inches too. Okay. That's a slightly different ship. However, it is up against some of our finest. We have the Westfalen, which is a lot of guns. It's an Anhalt, so it's basically more guns than even the Papenburg we just had. The Mars, which is a lot of 15-inch guns. Which is another Oldenburg. That's a Kogge, so that's not smaller guns, but still a decent amount. And that's another Kogge. And a few destroyers. We can fight this. I'm going to say that we're going to turn the Kogges around and sail them the other way, because they're smaller, and they're not made to fight this. So, here we have the Kogge. And here we have... Nope, that's the Mars. So I need to quickly split up this formation. Nope. Detach. Detach. You're gonna go forward. You are also an Oldenburg. You can go and turn around though. And I think this one should be the other one. Yes. And the destroyers could probably go as well. So, that leaves us with a fleet of 3 ships, which are going to be more than enough to deal with this enemy. 22, 22, and 22. Why are you not letting me do that again? But the Westfalen is definitely the slowest ship of the bunch here. But that's not a problem. We've spotted the enemy. Turn in. Prepare for fire. This thing probably can't reach them. This thing can't reach it either. I thought 15-inch guns, because they're Mark 1s, they don't have the best range. But it's gonna be fine. We do have a lot of 15-inch guns on these things, and they have a lot of penetration. So, we're not gonna get the most hits on them, because they're still Mark 1, so they lack accuracy and range, both. The Westfalen will definitely stamp the shit out of it, though. Because 11.1-inch Mark 3s they're not a particularly highly trained crew because these ships are fairly new still. But look at the volume of guns on this thing. 15 guns. 15 barrels of 11-inch shells. Potentially raining down on the enemy. That's the first 15-inch gun firing. This thing could be more dangerous than the other ships we faced so far, of the British, because it has these 11-inch side turrets. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it could. Also, this is a very long-range engagement here, 18 kilometers. We're definitely going to close in further. The enemy I don't think is even firing at us yet. Okay, now they're firing at us. And these two are fairly well armored. They're battle cruisers, so I didn't go with the full, like, 18-inch main belt and everything, but they have a 16-inch main belt, an 8-inch fore and aft belt. So they are fairly well armored. And this thing is slightly older. It's not as modern as the old book. Kinda looks like they're booking it. It does, sort of. I mean, to be fair, it's one battleship up against two battle cruisers and a battleship. Booking it is probably the best thing they can do. Unless, of course, they outclass the enemy by so much as the Palm book outclassed the enemy just now. We are closing in. 14 kilometers. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the deal. We're gonna go to top speed. Well, top speed for the whole fleet, not for the battle cruisers, because they can go a lot faster. You know what? Actually, you two, top speed. You'll encircle and outclass the enemy. While the Westfalen will do a hard right turn and basically keep equal with it. Because this thing can't be that fast. Yeah, it's 24 knots. It's faster than the Westfalen, but nowhere near as fast as these two. It's also not really trying to run anymore. Kind of given up on that. Slow by that to 22 knots because you've significantly closed the distance. We're now at 8 kilometers. The chance to hit is still only barely okay because, again, Mark 1 guns of a size are not all that accurate. Also because the 15 inches, they reload for a while. Partial pen and fire. I'm gonna go down to 20 knots here. Haven't really scored any fatal hits yet. Or even just near fatal. What's the armor scheme? 18 point... Oh, no, never mind. That's not the belt. For a moment there, I thought that was the main belt, but nope. It has a 15-inch main belt. Which is not bad. It's a 15.9-inch belt. Ooh, right in the asshole. That's an unfortunate flooding for them. That's got to slow them down. It's got to keep them from running. But this is now going to add up. Donk. The secondaries are also peppering them. And it's gone. It's just on fire. We didn't even, like, deal significant damage to it. It's just fire. Inside and out. Across the entire ship. Well, that's another battleship of the British sunk. Yeah. Very good, very good. We're having some very good success in the early stages of today. However, so far there has not been a battle against Italy. And honestly, I fear them. Now we will get Cyrenisia for them, which is nice. We have the Heather von Thresh, which is 16-inch guns, 16.3 even. So that's going to be even more. Well, to the same extent. Are we at war with Spain right now? I know we're at war with Britain. Let me check. No. We're almost at war with Spain, but no. It's only Britain and Italy right now. And if everything goes right, we're not going to be at war with Britain for that much longer. So we can focus entirely on Italy. 100%, 100%. Very good. Next turn. Power enough, lovely. Boy. But yeah, I would design you a ship, Avocado. But I can't promise you that I'll build it anytime soon. The reason being, our production facilities are capped at 100 and actually more than 100% because we're repairing stuff as well. Cooking dinner too. Yeah, that's annoying. Submarine. A submarine encountered something. The question is now, is it our submarine or is it theirs? Okay, I want Gibraltar. Give me Gibraltar. Fuck yes! There they are again! I don't like these. These ones aren't even the dangerous ones, but I still don't like them. I'm gonna try to slap them as best as I can. But the 11-inch versions of these... Oh, actually, was it the 12 inches or was it the 11 inches? I don't remember anymore. Yikes. Yeah. Basically, what turned out last week when we were last playing against these, their battle cruisers are extremely good. So again, we have the Coggers with us, which... They're not going to survive against the Italian battle cruisers, I'm going to have to admit, so we're just going to disengage them. Slow you down to 22 knots. You as well. The destroyers are going to chill at like 25, so I can maybe 27 too, so I can shadow my own fleet here. That was lucky. Why are you at 35 knots now? Man, they're already firing at us. Pull a smoke screen. You're on smoke screen duty now. Now, these are, again, the 15-inch battle cruiser that we own. Which is going to be a little bit of a problem because they will probably hurt us quite bad. Gotta speed up a little bit on the destroyers here. Still pull smoke screen duty. Turn the torpedoes off as we get closer. Turn the battleships and battlecruisers to the left. And probably the best thing that we could do here is try to get close to these guys, to the two battle cruisers accompanying this fleet. I hate these. They're so ridiculous. No, I want you all to focus on the... Actually, you know what? Blast that out of the sky, sure. Doesn't matter to me. As long as we sink the enemies, I'm fine. Go for the safe torpedo purchase here. Specifically on this one. Should we go for aggressive? Now you'll run away. Pull a smoke screen and run away. That might be very good. Well, not for them, but for me. Slow down a little bit to like 18 knots. Ooh, that was a good hit. That was a very good hit. I want you to smack the battle cruisers now. They need to be destroyed. The good thing is the Westfalen has a very high chance to hit them here, because they're close. And they've actually advanced one stage high, up in the training level. They're now at a regular instead of just trained. Which is good, because that increases our accuracy. Unfortunately, these things are, despite the fact that they don't have much armor, they are very tanky. And I don't quite understand how. Partial pens. What is your armor scheme here? I can penetrate basically the entire rear section on the ship. With the 15 inches we can penetrate basically all of it. So if I switch the 15 inches forcibly to armor piercing shells, can we flood them? Yes, we can. That is a guaranteed yes. Hey, we hit the Regiona. Though we're actually hurting them quite bad. They are starting to hurt us in return. But as long as we make them sink, we should be good. What is currently hampering accuracy? Other gun splashes. Let's see. Ooh, good hits. Doria surrendered due to high casualties. Wait, what's your crew setup? What is your crew setup? Hang on, where does it say that again? Sound balance, electric, blah 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 blah. I don't know. I mean, maybe we just did so much crew damage to them. I mean, that has to be it, but... yeah. The good thing is they deal barely any damage to the Westfalen. They have dealt a good amount of damage to the Mars, though. Meow. I'm gonna switch you to auto again. You know what? What was secondaries? Alt? Secondaries was alt and shift. Oh, alt and right click. Secondaries are now gonna pepper that light cruiser that's following us. The Paolo Emilio. This thing has a lot of guns. Well, probably going to disappear under the waves very soon. Because that's a lot of secondaries not blasting you. You're in the exact spot where we can just keep firing. You know what? We're going to be even extra nice and just switch our secondaries to armor piercing. Because they will penetrate. And if we get some floodings, that will definitely cripple it. Ooh, big hit! That was the 15-inch full pen, I think. Hang on a minute. Pause, 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 pause. I want to know what did that. I see that was a full pen on the light cruiser, I guess. But that's not what I mean. Is it 3-point or 3,000? Well, there we go, yep. 15-inch main battery penetration. Well, we're turning around now. We're not done yet. You know what? You can deal with this light cruiser, sure. While these guys deal without a heavy cruiser. Yikes. I think it's already dead. It was dead in the water, so I just kind of bonked it with a 15-inch direct hit. This ship is mad. It has been hit so much, it's now on a fucking avenge the calls, or avenge calls. Now the good thing is we have killed 2 Italian heavy cruisers, or battle cruisers. Which is extremely good news, because those things are troublesome as fuck. Mercy. Mercy is for the weak. Unfortunately, those things are fast. Not as fast as our destroyers, which I think it's trying to follow. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. My dear Cogger, my dear friend. I want to have you turn around and return to the battle. Your 10-inch guns will actually be able to help us out here quite well. And jumping back to the front line. Meow. Is this thing actually still running away? It's dead in the water. You know what? Go and hunt a little bit. You are fast enough to do that. The Vespan can only really run after him. But the Friedrich Karl can definitely catch up to him, because that ship is not fast enough to run out of to run away. There shall be no escapes. San Bonaventura. Are you done with your light cruiser yet? Stop playing with your food, please. You're 7 kilometers away from it. You should definitely be able to hit it here. And penetrate it. What is the armor on this thing? Maximum, almost maximum main and forebelt. I think we're attacking it from the front as well, so... no, actually, we're attacking from the rear. Most of the guns on the ship seem to be disabled. The engines, too. Let's quickly observe here. As the heavy cruiser has finally started retaliating. I see it has barely any range. Flinger, where are you? You are still very far out. you can, in theory, see the target, so that's good. You are even further out. Significantly further out. Let's just jump back to our ships real quick. .7-inch main belt on a heavy cruiser. That's not very good. The Master's still playing with its food. You know what? Load the high explosive. Oh, never mind. That was the high explosive penetration. Ah, structural damage. It was flooded too. And now the entire fleet is converging on this one location. Look, the cargo, the flinger, it's popping up. It's visible now. Let me quickly check something and change something. And that is, I'm going to quickly set the secondaries to auto again. Now, the secondaries on this ship are not quite as well ranged as on the other ships, so it can't quite fire secondaries at this. However, we are getting closer, and the enemy is getting slower. It's dead. Flash fire. The enemy just had to decide to throw their turrets in the air. Okay, we have taken some damage in return. This time it was not without any return damage yet. However, we smacked 2 of the battlecruisers out of the water, so that's very good. So yeah, Green Avocado, are you still here? Very good. Costa Rica has been conquered by Japan. What? Britain? Yes. I don't know where that is or what happened, but we are not at war with you anymore. What are you doing, Britain? Where are you attacking? Hang on. Doesn't really say. Britain is allegedly starting an invasion somewhere, and I don't know where. Oh, Nigeria is rebelling against Britain. Now that's nice to see. Our unrest. Look at how it dropped after we got some significant victories. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. Maybe we won't have to deal with the goddamn stuff anymore. Getting this would be very nice. It's a very small port, but it would still be nice. So, we have a port in the area. Not a massive port, but a sizable one. Now, we are going to turn around to Sicily. The whole fleet, please. Same for this one. And same for this one. Because we want a big port in the area. A base of operations. We don't really have anything like that. Like, we have a bunch of smaller areas. Your limited experience in Heusport tells me Britain isn't trying to invade Wilhelmshaven. That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. The thing is, it was saying that Britain was trying to invade somewhere. The thing is, I'm at peace with them, and I'm pretty sure that would put me at war with them again. So, let me quickly check. We are still so overusing our shipbuilding capacity. Oh boy. It's probably from all the ships that we're currently repairing, which is 2 battleships and 2 battle cruisers. And as far as I'm aware, neither of those are small. Let me quickly check. Status. What is currently repairing? The Kronprinz, which is a 40,000-ton battleship. The Erzerfontesch, which is a 70,000 ton. The Eulenburg, which is another 45,000 tons. And the Ostmark, which is another 31,000 tons. Actually, somewhere in Bremerhaven and Wilhelmshaven, so they can't resupply and just wither away in attrition. I'm too stupid for Hoi-4. Okay, maybe that's the wrong way to say it. I'm too stupid to understand the explanations that the game gives you, because it's very bad at actually teaching you the game. You literally need someone to teach you the game, which is unfortunate. What are we currently researching? Rangefinders, big guns. Mark II 16 inches. Wait, why are we still using Mark 1 50s? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Give me 1 second there. The explanations in the game. There is a tutorial for newbies. However, it's so awful that it's literally just like 3 pages of text. It's atrocious. Yikes. Well, we got the better 5-inch turrets now. The problem is, they're bigger. Okay. However, the Mark IIs for this is definitely worth it. Slightly more staggered here. These things will now be able to touch out to a range of 11 kilometers as well. Now, we can't place a dub... Oh, what we can do is place a triple turret here. Just this already is a 6 months refit, though. Nope, that's too bad. Oh, come on. Gear turbines too? Oh my god! Witness as the weight of the ship disappears. Well, to an extent. Probably no arm upgrades. Bobette 5. That's good. That's really good. Anti-torp 4. Woo. Yeah, okay. This is going to be in dry dock for a long time once we upgrade it. Can't put Citadel 4 on this, which is fair. Because Turtleback is a lot heavier than Advanced Armor Citadel. We could essentially shed some weight somewhere. But yeah. 16.5 inch main belts. That can work. What I'm actually interested in. How much penetration do we have on these things now? 71 inches! Oh boy! That's a lot. 33 inches if I upgrade the bursting charge. You know what? Let's go back to the 60 inches we had before, because that is a lot of weight that we can save here. What is the explosion chance? That is important. That is very important. 6.8. 2... 10.6. No, we're not doing that. Stereoscopic 4. Very good. Just changing the secondary turrets on this ship makes it look a lot more impressive. Superstructure armor is still kind of disappointing, but I can't really change it much. So we're sticking with our usual 0.5. So I think that's going to be it for the Oldenburg. And now we're going to go through and do that to a lot of other ships. Because those are some big changes. So the keel that we've literally just made last week is getting an upgrade. Remember, this thing has no secondaries. It's all main guns. However, it has a lot of them. They punch way above their weight thanks to the high penetration. And we might actually be able to improve them. Like, this ship is made for ultimate penetration. And we can improve them. 51 inches against 53 inches. Okay, that's not actually that great for the gun size here. Gear turbines 2, that saves weight. Auxiliary engine 4. Okay, 5's already in, that's already in. Yep, and yep. So the biggest changes were already in, except for... Actually, no, that was also already in. That's good. That's good. Very good. So a tiny overwork for this ship. Or rework, rather. Just some improved features for the engine. Next up, we should probably go through all of our new ships. Because they're all gonna need it. And, yeah. Saving weight is a great idea. Also just the fact that these things are now this... To be fair, it was that before already, but still. Creators of the humanoids. Creation of the humanoids. Gear turbines 2. I didn't even go to... Oh my god, I am an idiot. No wonder I was struggling so hard to make this work. I wasn't even going for fucking gear turbines. I was just on steam turbines. How did I even make that work? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm not very smart. Auxiliary engine 4. Citadel 4, yep. So what's our explosion chance right now? It is 2.4%. Super heavy shells, TNT bursting charge, TNT 3 we're going to put on here. 2.1 is good. 25 inches at 1,000 meters. That could be better. I mean, it is an 8-inch gun. Probably make an 8.1. Also, I have noticed that the refit times have really gone up since they started patching the game for balance a little bit. Which is fine, I don't mind it. But, like, in the older game, in the older state of the game, you could do massive changes to the ship and still only have a 1-month refit time. It was kind of nuts. Probably go for 8-inch 4.5. Maybe a 10-inch main? Oh boy. We have a bit of an arc weight offset, which we can balance out by armoring up one side more than the other, but that's just... it's not much. 2-inch superstructure? No. 1.5 though. No. 1.4 works, let's go for 1.3. Did I forget anything? Citadel 4 is in, anti-flood is not... Oops, I clicked out of the game. Reinforced bulkheads 2, triple bottom, yep. Oh, wait, barbette 5. So we're gonna go back to 1-inch superstructure. That's still a 3-month remodel, so that's fine. Clicked out of the game again. Like an idiot. I think that's it. So, technically, we don't even have any of these ships yet, and we're still already remodeling them. Because these are our new heavy cruiser class, which is not yet available to us. But that's fine. Now the light cruiser, the Frauenlob. If we could actually put triple turrets on here, I'd be so happy. Light cruisers really need the triples. Really, really need them. Unfortunately, because the research for light cruiser triples is later, we can't actually do that. Okay, here I did go with gear turbine, so that's at least good. Oh no, my beloved. It's gonna perform so much better than the old one. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the range of the guns. Also the fact that we went for 7.1 inches instead of 5 inches, because 5 inches, they're not the most punchy thing, but they're high rate of fire and high volume of fire. So that's at least something for those. About 5. Shaft, nope. Auxiliary engine 4, there we go. Hang on, how much are we upgrading this? This is a 27-second reload time with enhanced and with semi-auto. 25. We're saving 2 seconds. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Nah, we're going to stick with it for now, though. Depth charges and mine layer. That's okay. Think we're good on this one. Now this is going to take a moment because we basically have to go through the same steps on all of our active battleships and battlecruisers, which is a lot. And even the ones that aren't technically yet active. Also here we have the arguably best German turrets, best looking German turrets in the game. Maybe the 15 inches later on can be even better looking, but that's up for debate. So, scroll up. Get turbines 2, which will save us 300 tons. Which will immediately be taken up by some other stuff that we need to put in here. Like Babette 5. Yep. Citadel 4, Anti-Top 4. Yep, that's good. These guns are quite long-ranged and quite punchy as well. TNT 3. So that's even more punch. Okay, now about that reloading bit. It saves us 2 seconds on the other ship. In fact, this ship reloads just as quickly as the 7-incher. Now that doesn't seem to make much sense. 27.3. Wait. That really doesn't make any sense. I understand these are Mark IVs, but man. We don't even have enhanced reloading in here. 24.4, that's even faster than the 7-incher. 22.9. You can just go and straight up put this in here. Okay. Alright. The armor is pretty good. Oh, save this, because that's upgraded successfully. Next up, the Wolf. This thing is big. It is 16-inch gun, so we probably should wait with the remodel for this one. At least I think this was 16-inch guns, right? Or was it 15s? What guns were you using? 15s. 15.1s. Okay, we're definitely upgrading you then. Because 15-inch Mark IIs are definitely worth it. Not to speak of all of the other upgrades, like just saving off 1,000 tons. Just casually shaving that off the top. But not shaft, it was auxiliary engine. But we're just basically putting it back on immediately, so it's fine. 7.7, 10.6, I don't like that. I don't want to blow up potentially flagship up by being an idiot. Okay, rangefinder is the best. Hang on, how much seconds would we save here? There's 123 seconds. 115, that's like 7 seconds saved. That's pretty good, but it is 1,000 tons of extra weight that we need to save somewhere else. So let's not do that. I think that's all we do to this ship for now. I know that we've built something with 16 inches. But I don't remember which ship. And we have just remodeled the Oldenburg, so that's fine. The Jericho, we probably maybe should put something extra in here. Like some of the upgrades that we've just discovered, we have. I know that I can't build this, and I'm not going to build it. I'm going to upgrade it. There's just the gear turbines, save a few hundred tons, and then the auxiliary engine, and then shaft 3. It's also good, something that I actually forgot last time. Barbette upgrades. Ampertop is in, that is in, this is in, that's good, that's good, that's good. That does not fit. Fair. Standard shell size. Now these things have some decent punch already, because they're 13 inches Mark IIIs. But we could increase that punch. And all we're sacrificing is... actually, we're probably sacrificing on reload speed. Hang on. What is the standard here? No, that's the wrong one. Not light, that's wrong. 61.3 seconds. At Super Heavy, it's 64. It's 3 seconds we're adding to it. We're also losing some range for increased penetration and potentially more damage when it hits. 647 over... That's actually a lot of damage that we're adding extra. Definitely getting the stereoscopic rangefinder 4. And that is all that we should do to you. Now, it is getting less classes that we need. Actually, no, it's not, because we've technically added 2 new heavy cruiser classes, so technically it's getting more. We're not upgrading the Dresden further, that's what I'm saying. They are at the pinnacle. In fact, we can't upgrade them further. If we try to, the turrets, the new ones, they don't fit on this ship. So, yeah, we're just not doing that. We should probably actually upgrade our destroyers, because they are very modern, but they haven't gotten an upgrade since they were built. And there's a few things we can put in here that are definitely going to help them. Like, we could put even bigger torpedoes on here. Whee! That is actually fine. I didn't expect that. Mindhunter 4 kits. Depth charges 4 kits. Let's go. The range of these guns is still kind of underwhelming. But we can increase it a little bit so that we get to the 10 kilometers. We can go to TNT 3 probably. Increase that punch a little bit more. Flashfire chance of 1.9. That's basically all we can do because that means that we're out of weights. But that's a small but good upgrade. You know, increase the torpedo firepower, increase the main firepower. It's good. It's good. Answer from Thresh. Was it you that has this? No, you should have 14-inch guns, I think. Maybe 13s. No, this is the 16.3. Never mind. This is the one that we shouldn't yet upgrade. And not because of that, but because of the fact that these things are gonna get Mark IIs very soon. So we should wait until the Mark IIs for those are unlocked, and then we can upgrade the Von Thresh. Our first 16-inch battleships that are in service already, I'm pretty sure. Haven't really done anything because, you know, Mark 1s, they have their issues. They don't really hit very often. Especially with big guns that are very slow to reload. So let's just quickly jump back in. The Admiral Share. I don't think we've built a single one of these, and I don't think we will. They were a class that I have designed at the very end of one stream to like add to the heavy cruiser list to have something to bridge until we get something better. Now we've gotten something better, so I don't need these. They are also not really a big upgrade over the other heavy cruisers that we had. They were just slightly high in tonnage with an extra turret in the middle. Doesn't really add all that much. I wonder, do we have the better 11-inch turrets unlocked? And are we going to see some very nice transformations of our old battleships as they transform to very, very good-looking, newer modern battleships that are still very slow? Okay, that is a problem, but I expected that one. Wait a minute. No, that was a different one. That was a different one. We're just going to replace those four with a triple on either side. Which should be fine. These are Mark IIIs. Fairly good guns. Pretty sure that they were already Mark IIIs. But still, the upgrades that we can put onto this ship are significant enough for me that it's worth it. So let's quickly scroll up. Gear turbines 2. Auxiliary engine 4, which is a big upgrade. Shaft 3, which is also a big upgrade. And Babette 5, protection upgrades are always good. And the top 4, that's too heavy. I kind of expected that. The thing is, I don't want to lower the armor that much. We can maybe lower the superstructure armor if it comes down to it. But I don't like doing that either that much. Because at the moment we're facing a lot of high explosive spamming enemies. I would like to make this work. Is there anything else I can lower? We'll lower the range, saving us a few hundred tons. It is lowering it by 2,000 kilometers, which is it's not little. That also allows us to thicken the belts a little bit. Flashfire chance is low, still lowish. Okay. Can't upgrade that anyway because it's way too heavy to change the whole mode of protection. Okay, that's good. Save, and we'll remodel some ships soon. And then we move on. Because none of our old ships are obsolete as of now, and that is actually impressive. Normally you end up with at least a few classes of battleships that just end up being obsolete. And I'll be entirely honest, we had one or two of those, of the super early ones. What? What is happening here? Let's see. Those can go, I guess. I'm thinking I know what's happening here. Maybe not. It wants the Barbette guns, but why? What? Now just replace the same guns again. What? What do you mean? That's can never get past some jank. That's what I thought. However, we have some ways of saving some weights, because this thing has been upgraded with massive amounts of armor. TNT 3... Yep, that's fine. TNT shells, that's also fine. Enhanced reloading. The Bream is getting another combat ability upgrade. This was the Bream, right? Right? I don't remember. Yes, it was the Bream. I don't think the guns are getting upgraded through this, because we've rebuilt them recently. But, I mean, the secondaries are definitely getting an upgrade, a significant one. Frozen, Bream mentioned. I can already tell what's going to happen to this one as well. Because the secondary setup at the back is going to have to be reworked entirely. We're going to have to replace these two with triples again. However, those 14 inches, Mark 3s... Actually, no, we don't have Mark 4s yet, so that's not going to make that much of a difference to those. Let me just remove. Triple 5.1s, not double, triple. Just grab double 5.1s. Why is there so much forward offset all of a sudden? So this is basically what we can do with the secondaries is already done. However, we are going to go for gear turbines, auxiliary engine 4, and a shaft. Now I wonder something. Actually, no, this was already the smallest funnel that we can put, so it's fine. Bobette 5, anti-flood. Not anti-flood. What was it? Anti-torp, that's what it was. We need to save 100 tons. That shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh well. We're gonna have to dink around with some older rangefighters, some of the other ships. It is what it is. I'm not gonna go back to rework them again now. 9.5 and 9.5. Maybe 9 for the 4 belts. 17.8. Works. Weird number, but it works. Big forward offset still, but I think it should be fine. Probably shuffle these further back now. So there's also a way to fight the forward offset. We could probably actually put another turret back there. Never mind. Can't put one right there. If only you could be as productive as you were in Voxel today. What were you doing? Were you playing logistics or something? Because I know you can do that in that game. So is there any other features that I want to change and add to this? Sonar 1, yes. Fine. We need sonar on this. We should put sonar on more ships. Next, the Bon. Haven't really fought with this thing very much, I'll be honest. It was very often used in the China War, but recently, it might just be because it's currently in the Pacific and not in the area where we are having a war. But hey. I guess we are sacrificing a gun here. Maybe not. Have not sacrificed anything. Very good. And these things are very fast firing. 11 seconds for the reloads. Damn. Coming through, he made strides in adding a small gauge train to your regimental factory and added the 120 mil artillery pieces that we reserved spots for our defensive line. I see. Sounds like a lot of organization. That's wrong. Alright, 5 please. And here comes the kicker. Too heavy. Let me just add the things that I need to add here real quick before I go and save some weight, because I need to know how much weight I need to save. 400 tons. To be fair, this thing has so much armor, 400 tons shouldn't be hard to find. Hey, Terry, welcome back, and welcome back to your power too. Hope it's not going to go out again. So that's Mark 3 12 inches. Mark 4 secondaries. Generally, a lot of firepower on the ship, in theory. Launch organization. The regiment is currently about 8 to 9 people, and you did all the work by yourself as C. Company did send someone out to fix it, it should be fine. Ah, okay. This ship is getting actually kind of ridiculous. If this thing actually ended up in combat, I don't think there's many things that could actually hurt it at the moment. The armor on this ship is completely nuts. 19 inch of belt and 11 inch of fore and aft extended belt? What? Imagine getting a company to send anyone to anything that fast. Couldn't be Germany. If something goes out and it's like a full-on outage, Germany will be that fast. They do fix shit like that very quickly. However, if it's like internet being out and not like... If it's power, it's one thing. If it's internet, you're gonna have to wait. Not gonna upgrade the Saxony. Hey, look, Terry, it's you. We're gonna upgrade this though. We're definitely gonna have to sacrifice some guns. Yeah, that's no way in hell we're fitting that in here. That's probably the best we can do. And from here on, we're going to save some weight and then add some weight. Why would they bother with a new Neuland connection in any reasonable time? Well, we're 20th century, nobody's newfangled into it. The things you say, they hurt me. They are true, but they hurt me. Ooh. Don't even have to downgrade the armor. Actually, we probably do because rangefinder. Yeah. And also sonar. Yep. Not much, but we need to save some weight. Let's go with the fort deck that we're going to decrease. It's precisely because your words are true that they hurt. Probably. Probably. Doesn't make it any better. But hey. What is on? Okay. Flash fire chance is super low. Yeah, that doesn't work. So, Terry's rate of fire right now is pretty good. Pretty good. 12-second reload for the secondaries, too. Ding, 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 ding. Alright. That's the Terry. Prepared for the upgrades. I wonder what happens. And I'm going to do this with a ship that has the least going on. What happens if I just click auto upgrade? And the Königsberg is actually a great example for that because, again, there's not much going on here. There's a few guns and everything. So what do we have? Auto refit miner. How about we don't do that? I have changed my opinion. Okay, so auto refit miner does not in fact do a minor refit, it just kind of changes the whole fucking ship. So I can just exit the builder, and then enter it again and do it myself. I thought there might have been a button for like, hey, add new technologies and everything. That would be nice to have, but yeah, it would probably spit out an error if it existed, like, hey, ship's too heavy, can't do that. So, the Königsberg. I don't remember what guns we put on here. I think they were like 13 inches. Maybe it was 12s. It was, however, one of our very first battle cruisers, and honestly, these things are arguably the ones that I would retire the first, because they don't add that much. We decided to crap out it seems. That's back as well. Very nice. Welcome back. The bat is calling. Have a good night! Anytime the power goes out for any length, you can just call them and they come investigate. Yeah. For power and stuff, it's basically the same. Like, power gets fixed real quick. But if it's stuff like internet, it takes forever. And honestly, it can get very annoying. 8-inch. 8-inch. Good. Nice piece of shitting like that. Yeah. It's very annoying. Not much we can do about that, but still. Slightly overweight. We could probably just click this once and then, yeah, that's good. Just do it up. Okay, that's another ship, remodeled. Not much we changed. We added a few extra 5 inches. By adding more barrels to the turrets that already existed. The Papenburg, my pride and joy. This is going to be a bit of an awkward shuffling of things. Oops, I have to just drop something. There we go. So, that's not the button I wanted to click. What did it do? What the hell? Let's just scroll back up and do it ourselves manually. That would be significantly easier. So, where were we? Done these, and there it is. So, this is going to require a lot of manual work. The reason being, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's getting resized with the upgrades. So, we need to figure out how we're getting this the best angle without blocking our other secondaries that I'm going to put down here. That's already bad. If I want to get a good angle, I need to put it this far out, which is not great. If I put it this far, that's probably going to limit this one. Actually, didn't. Never mind. So we have saved on one turret, basically. The reason why this is red is because for some reason, some of the Bobette mounts don't really work the same way that you used to. Which is fine. It's actually fixed something, so that's very good. So, next up, we are lowering the weight of the ship. Adding some extra things. Then the shaft upgrades, the Bobette's upgrades, and the anti-top upgrade, which is going to be too heavy, I already know that. Then a rangefinder and the sonar, and then we save some weight somewhere. No, 9.5 please. Then 9.5 again. And then 17.5. Almost there. Almost there. We have a bit of a forward offset. But not by much. Probably go 9.9 here. Still very good armor. I don't see any guns that have a post-sector fire, I'll be honest. I don't know what the game's talking about here. Okay, that should basically be it for this ship as well. I can't wait until we get better turrets to upgrade this thing even further. And some of the other ships as well. Like, I'm gonna keep these ships in service for as long as I can. Do we have a Cogger upgrade here already? I don't think we do. So, we do have an Oldenburg upgrade. The Dresdes we're not upgrading anymore. The Cogger. Your first new common upgrade. These turrets on here might have to move a little bit further away from each other because they're gonna change in size. The triple secondaries there. Yep. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult to do. That's basically all we have to do here. And these turrets look so good. Now this thing looks legitimately great. With all of the modern turrets on it. But the good thing is we had some weight saved over on this thing already. However, a lot of the upgrades are very heavy. Mainly this one and the... not the anti-flood. Why do I keep clicking on an anti-flood? And the anti-torp is what I want to click on. Okay, that actually worked out. That's very nice. Stereoscopic and sonar. The RDF is... yep, good. We're 57 tons over, but that's not too bad. We can just do that. Probably put some TNT and TNT 3 on here. 4.7% flash fire chance. Super heavy shells as well. Okay, that is clean. Very nice upgrade. Simple, yet effective. And that should be my last upgrade for today. Until we get the 16-inch guns, because if I don't do that today, I will forget next week to do that. Until I get to upgrading again, and then it's all a mess. So, back to the original screen. Also, despite the fact that I now created all the remodels for these ships, I can't actually remodel them right now. I could start the remodel, and then be very sad about the fact that it's going to take forever to actually complete, because my docks are full. More than full. Like, extremely full. Just all the ships that I'm currently building are actually having my docks to, like, 99% full, but I'm also repairing ships at the same time. So, yeah. We're kind of over budget here. What is still building and when will they be done? 12 months. 12 months for all of my light cruisers. Could use some post-it notes. Anyway, let's click next turn. Because most of the organizational stuff that we have to definitely do today is now done. We are actually ahead of the British in research. They've just unlocked Mark II 15-inch guns, and, well, we just put them on a bunch of ships. We had them unlocked for a while. The war continues after the failed negotiations between German Empire and the Italian Empire. Oh no! Oh no! You poor soul! Ah, my sweet summer child, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed here. A singular light cruiser going up against the flagship of the Navy. Ooh. That is a bold choice. If it's a no-show, I could get it, but no, it's not. It's actually in range. Ah, you fucked up, man. This thing is going to destroy you. Show me the arrow. It's right around there somewhere. It is fairly close. Closer than you might expect, because we don't have any radars and everything. So spotting things takes a while. but we know that it's there thanks to our radio location. Blipping in this direction right now. There it is. It is actually heading towards us. You really should have reconsidered. Let me just make sure that you're both at the same speed here. Now, for the moment, it's going to take a while for them to actually... Never mind, the 8-inch guns of the heavy cruiser just hit it for a good chunk of damage. So what do you have on you? You have basically nothing. You have a whole bunch of guns, but very small ones. I don't see any deck torpedo launchers, but there's probably submerged torpedo tubes there. Another 8-inch gun hit. Actually, that was a 5-inch secondary. We're going to slowly inch closer. These mean that, you know, the closer we are, we have a better chance to hit them. Yeah. It is sailing away from us now. So we're probably gonna have to start chasing it a bit. And the only reason that I know that it's sailing away from us is because the smoke cloud is moving away. The smoke cloud, luckily, doesn't last forever. And with a bunch of shells preloaded, that means it's immediately getting slapped. How fast can you go? It's the question that I have. You're definitely faster than the Papenburg, but the Orion might be able to catch you. Ooh, that was an 11-inch penetration. Full pen as well. Not a flooding, which is unfortunate. We really need those right now. But the Papenburg is now honed in on the target. That was a flooding. Very good shot. Good shot, my chap. We can now slow down to actual gunnery speed. This thing will not outrun us anymore. It can only go 24 knots, so it was only barely outrunning us in the first place. And again, it could never outrun the Orion. It's faster than it. By a good chunk. It's also currently spotting it, so that our battleship can continue firing at it. Though the chance to hit should have lowered quite a bit. It's dead. Addio Regolo is dead. The ship has been sunk, with not a single shot taken in return. I don't think anybody died. Yeah. 0-0. Yeah. They didn't do well this game. At this fight. Alright then. Yeah, that enemy light cruiser really ran into trouble there. If they just had not done that, they could have survived. German Empire gains control of Madagascar. We are spreading our influence far and wide. I find it very funny that this is called British East Africa, but it's owned by Italy. That's not a very big port. There's a few fleets around there. Let's approach. Shall we? Here, that's a destroyer. That's 2 destroyers. can move one more destroyer into this port here. Actually, you're gonna move to around here. Because you have a mine-destroying device on board. So you should be able to demine the area, in theory. These advances are actually going through, which is nice. Uganda might actually belong to us eventually. This is a bit of a stalemate. We have a few forces over here that we can also send to this area. Italy controls African coast. And start racking up some serious damage in the Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. If I get through here, maybe capture a bunch of this stuff. Which might, with a little bit of luck, lead to us actually taking northern Egypt. Because that would be extremely good. Ah. None of these ships are mine. Gets this class, gets this class. I don't care about this. Auto-resolve. Of course, the only... Okay, it's not the only ship I was sent, but hey. I had one ship in there that was mine, and that was a ship that I captured off of an enemy. So I was like, eh. I'm gonna quickly go to politics and try to improve my relations with Britain. We were not at war for long, but they did feel the might of the German Empire. I was an idiot. I can't do naval invasions after I do that. And we do actually have this base of operations here now. I completely forgotten about that. So we control the Strait of Gibraltar. And all we had to do was sink, like, very few amounts of enemy shippage. Destroy a battle cruiser, the oil book's repairing. We have here Kaiser Wilhelm the Große. It do be a pretty important area to control. It is very important to control. 4 14-inch doubles. I see, this is a Posen. We can definitely get the Posen in here. Get it to Gibraltar, my friends. Get it to Gibraltar. We need a sitting defense there. Hamburg is repairing, as we have established. Anything in Le Havre? 3 heavy cruisers. Okay, where else do we have ships right now? Okay, Britain is wreaking havoc on this area right now, I think. I mean, America is also spreading, and so is... How the fuck did you settle down here, Japan? Okay, that's funny. Probably move some submarines here. To, like, desert there. Okay. Tobruk, Benghazi. These spots are relatively small, but at least they will work as cruiser bases. Right, both of these are repairing, that's why I can't move them away from there. The good thing right now is because Italy is at war with so many people, they can't really focus on one target at a time. So what we're going to be doing here is we are going to try to take over Sicily. Now, Sicily requires a lot of force, a lot of shippage, and a lot of tonnage. Because it's a very, very big port, 2 of them. If not 3, actually. However, basically they made the classic blunder pissing everyone off. Italy has essentially started the World War here. They have some allies. Oh, fuck you! Motherfucker. I don't know where these are. I'm gonna take an island over your... I kind of do want one of your battleship cruisers because they were really good. Didn't even give me the provinces. You dickhead. It's really annoying now. Actually, these Tunisian ports are fairly good. It's too... The port's too small to actually house this battleship, though. Now, there is another thing that I want to do. And the thing is, because of the ships that they have, and their current situation, we should be able to just blast them sky high. They have no surface ships, but they have a lot of submarines. The problem right now is we really need money, and this is not helping our situation. This is really not helping our situation. What the fuck do I do? You can probably hide in here. Yeah, but only you two. The sitting garrison is better than having nothing, though. Man, why didn't my government accept that? That's so annoying. I mean, we did get some territory off of them, but we could have gotten more. Mate. Damn it. Now, where do I park these? First of all, I need to call back this fleet and move it back to where it came from. Which is, I think, here? To an extent. There's a 38k port down there, which I think had a fleet in there, and that should be this one. At least part of it. I see. Reunion would have been here. Okay. Why the hell would I have taken this? What the fuck? You motherfuckers. I need to really get my fleets back to port now, because they cost me so much money by being not in port. So I'm going to move most of my ships into port. I think I'm going to keep one of these fleets around here, though. Like this one. Here's a bunch. Probably not this one, actually. This one I'm just going to send back to port straight up. So you're just going to go to Emden. I think it's going to be this fleet that I'm just going to keep around. Just, you know, annoy the Spanish. Just bother them. Could have been so good. Could have been so good. God damn it. This is what happens when you're not actually the governor of the country. I'm just the admiral. So basically, the government can decide things that just screws my military strategy over completely. I could have finished them off. the Italians would have lost. They had nothing left. Tactical middle finger. Yeah, politics. It's literally the tactical middle finger. Okay, we saved about 50 million credits, or 50 million monthly balance by just sending some ships to port. And not all of the ones that I've sent to port have actually arrived. Nation Italian Empire Revolution. I would like to raise the GDP instead of lowering it. An accident that will not happen again if a crew continues to receive training of the highest standard. I don't like raising unrest. I could definitely guarantee win over the year. It's better to discuss how we improve relations with the Spanish Empire. I don't want to improve relations with the Spanish Empire. I want to go to war with them. Only after the entry into service of important combat units, funding must be significantly increased. Because the fleet is strong enough, it's only necessary to increase funding to... I don't like lowering the GDP. Okay. Okay. So we are at 89 negative relations with the Spanish Empire. Next up, a bunch of our ships will actually return to ports, which will put them into a place where they can actually be repaired, which is actually making me dread the situation a little bit. We need to move one of these out to the other port ASAP, because you get a hell of a lot of territory. Just wait until you see Asia. China made a mistake when they fought me. I kind of made China disappear. Though Britain has kind of swooped in and stole some of their land territory, which is unfortunate. In the name of Cain. Who is actually currently the world leader in terms of things? Like, who has the highest GDP? Britain. Not that surprised, I'll be honest. We aren't far away, though. Ours is 287 billion, and theirs 337. 335. There is an end goal. There's technically multiple. One, survive. If the unrest raises too high, or you go broke, or the naval prestige lowers too high, or too much, you will be deposed and be out of power, basically giving you a game over. One goal is to survive until 1960, I think. That's just campaign ends, and here's your final stats. And, well, controlling as much of the map as possible. Maybe try to defeat everyone. As you can probably tell by the fact that I am everywhere, guess what goal I'm trying to go for? I'm probably not going to succeed. So... we have 3 heavy cruisers and some DDs here. Probably fit most of this into here. We might overblow this port here. Maybe. Maybe. Slave to the system. What do these ports look like? That can fit another destroyer. You go to ports. That can fit another destroyer. Only one though. And then we have this fleet. I don't know where to move this fleet, because to get them here, I had to move them all the way from over here somewhere. Oh, I also still have this fleet at the sea. You know what? Just for the fun of it, we're gonna call on the primary fleet. Oh yes, world domination. Yeah. The classical war game end goal, right? Move this back to our Chinese ports. Gonna take a few turns for them to arrive there, but it'll be fine. Also, we still have a massive fleet actually in this area. Like, if I moved a lot of this fleet back home, there would be so many battleships. But I'm kind of leaving it here as a defense of the Chinese mainland. And instead, I'm just building new battleships. I'm gonna build the Kiel in Kiel, surprise, and build the Graf Spee in Le Havre. This is the big port. Then we have, okay, they're already set, Hamburg and Pillau. And then a lot of light cruisers. We might actually need more of those as well, because they're not supposed to add to our current fleet, they're supposed to replace it. That's a lot of economic output potential right there. There is a lot of economic output potential here. The thing is, because the naval budget is sort of fixed, due to what the country sets for you, you are always a little bit on the side of, hey, I need to actually manage my money. My country is doing very well economically. Me right now, outside of warfare? Should we follow them to a war that is not ours? I don't think attacking Britain right now is what we want to do. Yes. Where? And what? Oh. Well, 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 would you look at that? The Power Loop is getting another bit of exercise here. Just take over some peaceful territory. French Polynesia, really? Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. Especially if I get it for free. Right? Like, I have a bunch of random-ass islands here. None of them are good enough to give me a big heads up to jump the continents, which is what I really want. Like, I want to wage war on the American homeland, because that would be very interesting to do, and they have some very, very nice ports and economic power. But I have the feeling that I might have to fight Russia before I even attempt to do that. Which is a shame, because fighting Russia is usually boring. They don't have much. Than the big staging areas, then. There's really nothing over there that I have. If I took over parts of Eastern Russia, I could. And I do have the military power over there, because remember, China. But as it stands, it's a bit troublesome. What happened there? What happened? Why am I suddenly in such a massive mallet here? I think my budget was just cut, and cut hard. Oh, fuck. Shite. That ain't good. Now, I do still have a few tricks up my sleeve. Like, first of all, moving my fleet back home. Like the last one that I was keeping in the area. Because having them in port is a lot cheaper than having them not in port. Surprise, surprise. The thing is that once this has gone down a little bit, going over shipbuilding capacity makes everything more expensive. Unrest is at 0, though. That is extremely good. That is honestly a very good trade-off for being a little bit in the negative in monthly balance. Like 100 million sounds like a lot, but if you see the number below that, that's my liquid assets. That is what I have just available right now. I could buy things for $13 billion, and I would still be fine. It's easy to expand your shipbuilding cap or not. You need certain ports. There's two ways to increase it. One, you build more shipyards, bigger shipyard size. This raises it over a long period of time, very slowly, and it costs you a lot of money to do that. The problem is that it costs you a lot of money to do that, and it's not cheap. It's really expensive to do that. It also doesn't give you the biggest increase. The easiest way to increase it is to take some mainland main ports. Like if I took Brest, for example. It's a big port. It's a shipyard. Which is why I really want the remaining territories of former France that Spain didn't even take from France. France was already dissolved, so it's a money sink. Sort of, yeah. It does allow you to build absolutely ludicrously sized ships, though. Which is a positive. Roll. Sea control, that's good. I want to see who's at sea. How many ships are still at sea? Hang on, what? There's a lot of ships still at sea. South Pacific, Southeast Asia, Red Sea. Let's see, that's the problem. Okay, that's fair. West Africa, that's the Sun Four. Where is the Sun Four over here? Excuse me, you were supposed to go into port. Why are you just sitting there? You and a destroyer are going to go into that port. Everything else will happen after that. Now, what do I do with these light cruisers and everything? Despawn the Zillion. I think I'm going to have to move them all the way around to Cape Horn again. Otherwise I can't really put them anywhere. That port is basically full, this port is basically full. I have a new port here. Right.
It's a nuclear device.
2 destroyers, 2 Madagascar. Why are you still chilling here? Oh wait, you are. Yeah, right. 3 destroyers to Madagascar. Okay. Next up. This fleet is about to arrive. Please dock here as fast as possible. Saving me more money. It's 100 million. There's one problem with losing this much money per turn. And it's a little bit of an annoying one. Because I have enough money to make it into capital. And just use it. However, if you lose a lot of money every turn, the unrest steadily increases until it reaches a level where you really can't manage it anymore and everything is trying to rebel. Which is very annoying. As you can probably imagine. Mark 2 16-inch guns. Hey, Jameson. So we are needing to move quickly here. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I think everyone's just in a massive brawl. This is the round table. Yeah, the fighter aces meat. I mean the captain's meat. Man, I really need to get some port there. It would also work for me if I could like get something off of Canada or something. And get like that port up there, or like Halifax would be great. The most realistic thing is probably that I'll go to war with Britain and take over St. John's and use it as a staging area to get into mainland. So we'll use this as our little provoking fleet here. Just park it off the coast of Spain. We should actually move them into port soon, because there has been slight damage done to the cruiser that's accompanying our ship. Going to hurl insults over the side. The insult is going to be that the flagship of the German Navy is just parked off the coast of Spain, chilling. This isn't a diplomatic mission. This is here to throw shade at you. We are here and you can't do anything about it. They're just sailing there, menacingly. The thing is, with what that ship has managed to pull off, that's basically everything I need to do. It is a bit of a legend. Not as much as the Frauenlob, which is just chilling out here. In the middle of the fucking South Pacific. Are there any friendly ports nearby? Move the Frauenlob and one of the destroyers there. Slowly but surely crawling closer to America. Ha! I didn't actually realize that the Japanese took over part of Africa. Yeah, interesting. Unexpected, I might say. I think Ukraine is going to Austria. And I don't know what to think about that. So that means that I'm gonna have to go to war with them to take over some of the Black Sea ports. Honestly, war with Russia would be a strategically good move. If I could take Sevastopol off of them, that would be insane. Because it's a one-port area that doesn't have too much defenses. Also, I'm pretty sure that by now our shipyards have probably reached a state of normalization. Where they're not over complete capacity anymore. Wait, does Spain have actual surface ships again? Did I see that correctly? Finances. Nope, actually, ships have reached port for repairs, and suddenly they do have 3 heavy cruisers. And I would not be surprised if all 3 were around here somewhere. Maybe. They do have a lot of submarines, though. A lot of submarines. Secondary quadruple turrets for we can get quad secondaries soon. And also Mark 4 7-inch guns. Oh, that's good. That's very good. The good thing about fighting Spain is that we have a lot of ships that actually have anti-submarine warfare capabilities. Maybe not all of them already in service, but preparing. And in 3 months, a lot of them are going into service. That's up and kind of surrounded. That doesn't really do much. As long as I have a land bridge to some other country, that doesn't do anything, really. It only really does anything if you have them surrounded on all sides. An embarrassing incident involves Britain. One of the most wealthy businessmen in the naval construction industry is accused for illegal activities in our country. If you prosecute this person, the relations with Britain will be affected negatively. What should we do? Part of our naval funds will become lost due to the corrupted activities needed to clean up this mess. At least we will not deteriorate our relations with Britain. That is a lot of money. The relations with Britain are probably good. Italy failed to gain northern Greece. Good. Wait, northern Greece? Why are you trying to invade? What? Okay, sure. Also, next click. Only repairing one more battlecruiser. We're only 2 million a month in the negative. And that's not going to last for very long. Because we're building a lot of cruisers right now, and most of them will be done very soon. Probably gonna have to basically double the amount of light cruisers that we've just built again, though. Because we've built like 19 or so. Yeah, that's not that many. Okay, people are getting replaced. Okay, we've built 21 light cruisers, replacing the 19 that we have at the moment. Almost there. Next month we should be in the positive again. Because all of the light cruisers will be done building. Suddenly we have 22 million plus. And then we're gonna have to do some decision making. Because it's not just the light cruisers that we need. We also need heavy cruisers. A good chunk of them. Also, the 2 battleships that I'm currently building, I'm very excited for those because they are ludicrous. They are bigger than the Yamato class. They don't have the same size of guns as the Yamato class, but they are bigger than the Yamato class. Instead of the 18.1-inch guns on the Yamato, we went for something slightly more reasonable, and went with 12 15.1-inch guns instead. Okay. We should probably check on the remaining destroyers here. Just move them to different ports. Or just put them on in here. That actually fits. Suddenly, half of our ports are left opened up. The reason that it's half is because, well, we're building 2 battleships that are bigger than the Yamato. Each. This does, in fact, open up some space to remodel some stuff. However, let me quickly check something. Because we still need to remodel the ship. And that's the trash. The reason we skipped the remodel earlier, they're chunky, and they are very chunky. They also look amazing, though. The reason why we didn't do that earlier is just the fact that, well, 16-inch upgrades came late. So those turrets are getting replaced, and they won't fit that well anymore. We can make them work if we just shove. Not you. Shuffle a little bit. Thank God I can do that. It did remove a few Babettes, though. And I think a secondary turret. I think that was a 7-incher. Oh, it wasn't a 7-incher. Was it also 5.1? It looks so comically undersized here. It might have been bigger. Oh, it might have been an 8. I don't remember. It was probably a 5. Was it? I don't know. Wait, why are you still here? Travel further. There we go. That's better. 16-inch Mark IIs. Extremely much better than before. Now, the next things that we need... Please don't do that again. We need Gear Turbines 2, plus the upgraded auxiliary engine, plus the new shaft upgrade, plus the Barrett upgrade, plus the anti-torp upgrades, plus the new rangefinder, and the sonar, and that's it. That's all the upgrades that we definitely need. I kind of expected it to be a little bit too heavy already. So let's just... where do we save some stuff? That's good. But there's a lot of secondaries on this ship, which is very nice. I wish this was a bigger gun. It must have been an 8, right? Thing is, now it's heavier as well, so it's a bit of a pain. Oh, did I put a 7 there? Potentially. But unlikely. 7 is such a weird caliber. Arguably these are really, really good though. That range for secondary without any range increases in there, so barely overweight. I mean, it's 200 tons, you know, 160 tons, 180 tons or something like that. It's a bit. Relatively speaking, yeah, that's fair. I could also place like a smaller centerline main gun here, like a 9-inch double. That would be interesting. Technically a secondary. Actually not. No, let's just go with something reasonable. Let's put like a 6-inch triple here, because it's good. It's a 152, you know. Let's make it 6.1 for good measure. So it's a 155. And then we can change some armor bits around a little bit. Make it like 8.7 fore and aft. See, works out. We can also make this actually something. Because I apparently forgot to do that. So that's the trash upgraded. Don't like that anyway, because the flashfire chance is rising too high for me. Alright. Very good. Safe design. But yeah, if you want to see the Chonky Boy, by the way, the Chonky Boy is very chonky. This is, in fact, the Chonky Boy. The only thing that I'm kind of a little bit annoyed at is the fact that we don't have the more modern 15-inch turrets yet. So, the main gun turrets look so out of place. They're just not correct. So, now we can start remodeling stuff. Starting with half of the fucking light cruisers that we just built. Also means that we can probably get rid of some old light cruisers. Though, not the Ferranlo, that one stays. The namesake of the new class of cruisers will stick around. Now, the legend never dies. So it sure fucking doesn't. So these are 64,000 tons, and these will take 7 months. 7 months for these. We should definitely start with the smaller ships. So these ones that are not actually yet commissioned, so we need to wait a moment. We could probably remodel like the Jericho and stuff like that. Maybe the Coggers as well. These aren't the biggest ships, so they should be fine. Probably like 1 or 2 ships more, and then we're good. Oh, we have 2 of these. Perfect. Actually, we have 3. It's just that the third one's not in port right now. So that should be fine. It is fine, and we're not actually in negative either, so that's also good. Very good. It barely cost anything, relatively speaking. Now we have 40 light cruisers active in our service. That means that we slowly but surely have to retire the ones that are old and just make sure that we always have enough of the new ones around. At this point we have 180 ships, most of which are destroyers and light cruisers, and submarines. Not the best submarines, they just kind of exist and chill there, but hey, they're there. Hey, we found oil! That's nice. Okay. Eastern China has found oil. Very good. That will make us money. For that one now, our balance is... Our naval funds are actually going... Actually, no, that's the funds, that's not the budget. Naval budget is rising, in fact. That's very good. Wait, no, that's the... Yeah, it is rising. Austria is currently getting absolutely screwed by the fact that they're at war with way too many people. How is Italy doing? Because Italy was losing, but they've seemingly rebuilt their entire fleet. That's good for them, I guess. Still at war with a bunch of people. Britain with their 300 ships, most of them tiny fucks. No way that's America. Though Britain has just as many. We've actually overtaken America in GDP. That is very good. So finances, fleet. Ooh. The big boys are coming. The big boys are coming. This is the day that the Void class has been launched. The two big boys have been unleashed on the world. So only 2 battlecruisers are still building. Apart from that, every other ship that has been building is not complete. We're only refitting and 2 more battlecruisers. We still have to build heavy cruisers because, yeah. The ones we currently have are outdated as hell. We've already prepared a class for them that we can build. We just have to actually build them. Technically it's even 2. Solar Station 2. Nice. Okay, I don't know who we're attacking, but we're attacking something that is unoccupied territory somewhere. Probably China? Northern China? No, actually, it's Laos. To be fair, it's empty territory, you know? It doesn't have the biggest military, and we can ramp up the military that we have in that territory very quickly. Why are you still on wait, right? I didn't move all of you. That's a fairly big port. Let's just all go in there. It's free real estate or something. Pretty much. That is how we got most of Africa, actually. It's just like, hey, there's this government that's annoying us. Let's make it not. So, we should actually build some heavy cruisers. We're going to be building... Actually, hang on, how big are you? You are 15,000 tons. That's a lot smaller than I thought you would be, so I can easily build like 5 of you. And let's make it 6. So a nice, good number. It would be 30,000, 120,000. Shouldn't overblow it. It's gonna cost us a whole bunch of money though. So this has now gotten the big boy. That's not, Some of those modifiers are not very good for us. Surprise. Negative modifiers aren't good for us. One of them is, interestingly though, actually a positive. Like, we get less affected by waves in terms of accuracy. Which is nice, I guess. But yeah, we now own the biggest battleship that has ever gone to sea in this campaign. In fact, it's bigger than the biggest battleship that has ever seen the real live sea. So, that's neat. The refits are done. The ones that we started. So let's go and refit more. However, I'm entirely on... Ooh, that might have been... Nope, that's fine. I'm gonna have to actually save here and end for today. The reason simply being, it's late and I do have to work tomorrow. It is what it is. So let me quickly save this. For the people that aren't aware, by the way, so far I have put every single part of this campaign from the very beginning until the stream before this one into the VODs. There's a playlist with every single one of them. If you ever decide that you want to see how we got to this point. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to quickly decide on who I will raid for today. Because I don't know who's live right now. Who is live right now? Let's figure that out. You know what? Do we go to Beru or to Nitro? Elden Ring or Warframe? I have raided Artie a few days ago, so I guess I'm going to go to Nitro because Artie was playing with Beru at the time. So let's go and say hello to Nitro. who's playing Warframe. And I will be back tomorrow with Ghost Trick, and this time for real. Nothing will stop me from actually playing Ghost Trick tomorrow. Have a good night, and thank you very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, as the naval shenanigans keep going on. Don't curse it. So far, it's not been that I hadn't had time, or I was not feeling it. It's that... okay, to be fair, last week was mainly because my throat was killing me, and I needed something where I didn't need to read that much. But it's been because people have asked me, like, hey, do you want to do something else on that exact day? And I was like, yeah, sure. Anyway, have a good night. I need to go now. Thank you very much for being here again, and take care. Bye.